guys, so for today's video we're going to be testing Canmake Makeup. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. I am back for a second Japanese video here on my YouTube channel. We are making quite a few of them. I've got a few in the books. So this is one of the first makeup ones that I'm going to be doing. Currently I have base products on, so that's foundation and concealer, both from Maybelline, the Fit Me ones. Is it the Fit Me? I think it is, yeah. So I really like those and I've just used those because I wasn't quite interested in the ones that I was looking at from this particular brand that we're looking into. So just a little precursor before we jump into the video. So I was looking at Canmake, the beauty brand in Japan, and they are widely known throughout many different kind of beauty drugstores. So if we're talking, they're just basically really nice, has clean kind of modern and kind of really pretty kind of style makeup. And the makeup industry over there really sort of focuses heavily on kind of like effortless, kind of just like plumped blush cheeks, a little bit of pink eyeshadow, nothing really kind of like overly colourful eyeshadows. It's not something that kind of really is a big kind of mainstream look over there. When you think of Japanese makeup and how Canmake positions themselves, they probably are like an equivalent to like NYX Cosmetics, ELF, Revolution, Obsession makeup, like the Maybellines, the L'Oreals, the more kind of like affordable products that are of good quality but are more suited for a younger generation. So you might see teenagers, and a lot of the time when I was looking at the Canmake stuff in the shop particularly that I was looking at, they were quite for kind of like high school students, university kind of style girls. So we're going to be doing a sort of like a semi full face. I'm going to show you some of the products. This is what you come here for, really, not for me to ramble on and talk to you about what Canmake is. But we're going to be doing an array of things. So we're going to be doing eye makeup. So I will show you these things as we go along a bit more in depth. But eye makeup, skirt, so that means eyeshadow, obviously I just showed you, mascara, bronzer, blush, and also a lip stain, kind of lip balm type thing. They don't really do like liquid lipped sort of stuff. Different brands do it, but Canmake kind of just go off of lip colours and that kind of thing. So that is, yeah, that's everything from them. I have gone for the Canmake Perfect Stylist Eyes. I will do close-ups of these products so it's just kind of easy for you to see what I'm doing and what everything looks like. This has got one of those things where you can mix all the colours together. You can do a particular thing by using quite a few of the different sort of swatches and stuff. And on the back of this, which hopefully I will try and remember to put into the close-ups, is I've chosen number 19. They do basically this perfect stylist eyes in lots of different kind of like pinky toned, kind of browny toned colours. But what I've decided to do is I think I'm going to go and follow one of the directions on the back. So I just went away and primed my eyes with my Revolution eye primer that I got in an advent calendar a while back. But I'm going to dive into this beautiful colour spectrum of colours. So I'm going to go in with a very kind of big fat fluffy brush, and I think this is called a base brush. I literally don't even know what it's called. It's a shade brush from Eco Tools. As a base, I mean, it's pinky. It's kind of neutral toned. It's kind of like doesn't stand out. But this is the whole point of these shadows, is that they're not really designed to be like a powerhouse kind of like, oh my god, she's wearing so much shadow. But it's a base colour, so it's kind of just like neutralising the skin to kind of just start off with like a simple base, which I never really bother. I always go full whack into like the big sort of big colour, which I usually use the Naked Heat Petite palette, and I just go whack into one of those ambery kind of colours because that's how I generally roll. But you know, I like mixing up and trying different things. Okay, that's not bad. It's quite a nice base. So we're then going to go over like to the majority of the eye. I'm going to go over that. Style 1, which I think I quite like. Again, I'm probably going to use the same brush, just because it's kind of going over the most of the eye, which I tend to like to use a slightly wider brush. Although I feel like I could use, because it's a shimmer, maybe I'll change and use my Primark kind of thin brush. So I'll just change back over and use a different one, because this one's quite good for picking up like a lot of shimmer stuff. Also, these are all shimmer shades, none of them are mattes. Okay, so maybe the liner one is a matte, That's the only one that I can think of that is quite... Oh, this is pretty. I like this because I always go for brown shades. I'm always like the neutral toned gal. I rarely ever pick up any pink, ever. I really like this already. I really like where this is going. I'm going to pack more on because I want to build up a bit more of a colour layer. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, this is a little bit of me. I really like this a lot. I'm just going to try and pack this on just to kind of on top, really. As you can kind of see, there's like two differences between the two eyes already. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to do the other one. The one thing I will say is for a high street brand, I'm not noticing any fallout, like at all on my skin. Fallout is fine if it goes on your skin and you do swatches and it always looks different to how it looks on the face. So there's always one thing that it looks like when you swatch a big dollop on your hand, but what I've noticed is it's so different because it's what matters is what goes on your, like, the temple of your, just underneath your eyes. Like, I don't like it when my shadow just falls onto, there's a little bit of fallout on my eyelashes. I'm not seeing a huge amount on my skin at all underneath, which makes me really, really happy. So I like this look at the moment. We are then going to go for D. We're going to use the liner style brush on the end of my fluffier brush to do the liner as such. Now, I don't usually do liner, and I'm sorry if this gets so bad, but I'm just gonna... Do you need to see this? I don't know. What is beauty girl life? I do not know. I do not understand how you do this. Okay, so there's a little bit of fallout in the kickback in the pan, as you can probably just see there, but that's not really that much of a problem. I have no idea what I'm doing, so... I'm going to put more on because I feel like it's kind of there, but it's not perfect. Plus I have hooded eyes, so, you know, anything you do apply at the bottom just kind of disappears. Because that's the hooded life that I live. That's actually, wow. That's actually really nice. I like that a lot. So I'm going to go in again and do the other eye. Cute! So they say to use, so that's everything that I've done so far. And so under the eye, they say to use the topping jewel. So I'm going to go put this brush away, and then I'm going to do what I normally do sometimes is I can use the pointier version of this ended brush, and I think I might just go underneath and put on the topping jewels. So it's a very, it's quite waxy. It looks quite waxy. Oh my god, that's so much. I have to tap that off. That's really pretty. That's like super pretty. So literally, it's the most like understated, most simple shadow look that I've probably done in a while, because I'm full on neutral shade, brown, always going like really over the top. But like, you know what? This is really nice for days that maybe I want to put a bit of shadow on, but I maybe need to be more professional and I don't want to use straight up orange and golds and like dark brown glitters and stuff. But this is beautiful because normally I like to have a matte shadow in the base, and then I like to build up with with shimmers and different pigmented kind of like shimmer shades and stuff. But this is all pretty much, apart from the liner, is all pretty much glimmer and shimmer shades. But you know, I ain't mad. It's a lot more subdued than normal, but it's a good start and I can't complain about it. So let's move on to mascara. So I went for the Goku Nobi, which is kind of like, Nobi means like grow essentially, mascara. I guess it was like the more cheaper ended one that I liked, And yeah, it's in this like it's in this neon pink bullet. It's very funny. I have no idea what the brush looks like. It kind of has some indication. It's like a it's bent. Oh, it is very weird, and it's also very, very small. Like, now, I don't understand how to use it specifically. I guess apparently you can kind of do it so it scoops up, and then also kind of point it like that to get it. Ooh. I mean, there's not a huge amount of product on this, to be fair. Do you know what? Oh, for what it's worth, this is actually insane. This is so good. It does get a lot of product out, so you do have to wipe it off quite a bit, but oh my god, it's so easy to do a flick with your eye. My eyes look so like big and Bambi. This is ridiculous. And I'm gonna just do the bottom lashes as well. But wow, I actually find the curvature of the brush to be one of the biggest selling points of this mascara. And I never really go back in to my mascara and keep volumizing, but you could keep going with this. Build up more product on the eyes. I might be switching this just temporarily between my L'Oreal Paradise something or other thing. So I think in this mascara there's actually like fibers, like really tiny flecks of fibers that look like extra eyelashes, which is really bizarre. Kind of works. I don't know if I like the type of... I love the wand. If I could have a wand like this with other mascaras, I'd probably be really, really keen. But the fibers are strange. The tiny little like extra eyelash hairs almost being shoved into this. But like my eyes look really cute and they have opened up a little bit. I feel a little bit anime kind of like, but you could keep layering this, as I said, and you could go absolutely crazy for it. But I've gone for a very kind of like subdued kind of look. Now we're going to move on to some bronzer. So bronzer doesn't really seem to be a big thing over there. I'm not really sure. I did find one that was really expensive but wasn't Canmake, and I was like, no, I'm not going to buy over the odds for literally just bronzer. So this is beautiful. I'm so excited to do these close-ups because they're going to look so spectacular. So this is the shading powder number 3, and they have a whole bunch of uses to how to use it and stuff, but I'm not going to use the brush that is applied and comes with it. I have just recently washed my bronzing powder brush, so I'm going to go in with this, which is from Skinny Dip. It is the Blend the Rules one, so I love using this brush. So I'm going to use this in my usual spots along my cheeks. Oh, look at how much product there is. I really need to tap this off. I'm going to just tap this off onto the lid, and at least I can go back into there and hopefully use it. I went for the darker shade. I did try this at the store to just see whether or not I liked it. I don't mind that. It's kind of like a darker toned. It's not quite what I would normally kind of use. I don't think that my bronzer is the same colour as this. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I genuinely could be wrong. But I'm going to go stamp on the other side. And I kind of go crazy with my bronzer. I like layer and layer and layer and keep going. So just because I want it to be kind of warm on my skin with my cheeks and stuff. And that's kind of looking nice. It's kind of looking a little contoured. I keep going in. I like the formula. It doesn't feel like it's falling. It seems to be working quite well with my foundation, because sometimes I hear that, you know, bronzers can't all of them work really well with foundations and stuff. So looking good. I'm going to go up the top here and apply some as well. And I'm going to go in again just a little bit more on the top of my head, because that's kind of like where I want to build up. And then I'm going to go under my chin. I think that's quite nice. It's not as dark as I said as I normally go for, but it's bronzer and it looks cute and I don't hate on it, so why the hell not? So yeah, another good one from Canmake. I might do a video of actually using like the brushes that come with these products and stuff to see if they're actually any good, but I prefer a big fluffier brush because it applies to more of a larger surface of your skin and stuff like that, but a nice one nonetheless. Again, so let's go into, which is what Canmake is generally known for. They're known for their cream blushes, so it's like a balmy texture. You kind of like work it in with your skin, and when you first apply it, it looks really heavy, but then you can like keep mixing it with your fingers or use a brush to kind of blend it a bit more. But I'm a powder kind of blush person, and I have a blush that's very similar to this kind of thing, where it's got different colours. It's got like, I've got the Revolution Heart Blushing Hearts one, which has got 3 different colours in, which I just kind of go from lightest to darkest at the end, and then just kind of apply it. But I just wanted to try a different blush. I'm on the market to kind of always try and see if there's different blushes that do different things for me, because I don't hate Revolution one, but like, I don't know, I want to move away a bit more from the shimmer, and I want to go for more of a matted kind of blush look. So they do this rather well. It's one of these products that's actually like one of the Cosme Awards 2 years ago, so I'm going to do a separate video on rated makeup, #1 rated makeup in stores. But yes, it is the Glow Fleur Cheeks. I got this in shade 6. It was kind of more of the darker one. I wanted some more warmer toned kind of pinks. Again, it comes with a little piddly brush, but just looks so daintily cute. Close-ups are going to help. Again, you get an idea of like what we're looking for. So I'm kind of going to go in a, it says to go on the back in a circular motion, starting from this one here, and kind of, you can then work your way around the circle and then add to the blush. So I'm going to grab my blush brush, which is the Skinny Dip Flat Out Fabulous brush. So I'm going to do exactly what they said. Okay, I've kind of gone in, as you can see there's a little bit of product on the brush. I'm going to go back in with my mirror, and then we're going to see whether or not that has done anything, if anything at all. Not really, not a huge amount, not a huge amount. I don't think I've done a great job with that. So I'm going to go back in, and I'm almost going to just go in with the brush like this. Maybe that's what I mean. Maybe that's better. Oh, that looks a bit better. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, excuse me when I like revel in this brand new blush. It's so much more me. This is so much more me. I love this so much because it's a smaller palette, and I can just put my whole brush and kind of work my way around it, is what I'm kind of going for. Gets a little bit of product on there. Okay, wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. I really like this blush. So normally I never really kind of like go that kind of, it's another one that I have is so shimmery. It's like so much shimmer, whereas this one is matte, but there's like the tiniest amount of sparkle on all of it, because the other one is such a heavy shimmer. This is so like understated. It's just, it warmed up my cheeks a little bit. I mean, I could have toned it down a little bit. I went a bit crazy. We're now going to move on to lips. So, as part of kind of looking for lip stuff, I found it a little bit difficult with Canmake. They do have some good stuff, but it's predominantly like glosses, and I'm not a kind of a gloss gal, but I am all for having Canmake Stay On Balm Rouge stuff. So we have gone for, what shade is this? This is T03. I went for a slightly more kind of a pinky kind of colour. I guess a reddish kind of pink. I wanted to have, I don't know why I chose this. I really haven't got a rhyme or reason. It's kind of more of a flat brush. I'm used to seeing like doe foot applicators and more pointed, so it's like easier. So this might be a little challenging because I have obviously like a cupid's bow and stuff, but I'm gonna shush and put this on. So I'm not used to having like balms. I'm more of a matte kind of lip kind of person. But it's alright. I don't hate it, but I'm not really like a pinky like balm person. Should we do a little recap of the things that we used and my opinions on stuff, because I think that might help. My opinions were scattered amongst this whole video. I'm gonna go and set my face now with, actually this is a new find actually from a Tati video. She said that the makeup fixing mist from Pixi is actually really good. So I got the rose, it comes in rose water and green tea. I'm just gonna put my mirror a little bit further away. Oh, smells amazing. I want to start off with the Canmake Perfect Stylist Eyes. This is a very soft look. It's not something that I would normally go for, and but it's nice. I feel like I've been pushed out of my comfort zone a little bit, trying something more subdued, more quiet, kind of more relaxed and clean and pretty still. But I really like this. I think this has got some good qualities. I might do my own mix of using different palettes and using this one as well to kind of just add to it. I really like the idea of the liner in this because I'm not the best at applying eyeliner. This is a really more easier powdered version of using this. The packaging is amazing with Canmake. I absolutely love this Royal Regal kind of like very dainty, elegant lady style thing. It is beautiful, I think. This mascara is ridiculous. I don't understand the eyelash fibers in it. I didn't realise that until I was kind of like halfway through applying it. But it's a lovely shaped mascara. I think that's what is the most useful, is because it's shaped like an eyelash. It makes it easier to kind of voluminize the corners of your eyes. That's definitely very helpful. And it's difficult with doing that with like a flat kind of brush, I find. So I might not use this all the time and it might not replace my current one, but you know, it's not the worst. And it's something that I might try and use occasionally or throw into a makeup bag when I'm traveling somewhere, potentially, who knows. Next we used the bronzer. Now, will this replace my normal bronzer? Probably not. I love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It is one of my favourite. It smells like coconut, it feels warmth. I like the feel on my skin. It hasn't like bronzed my cheeks as much as I would normally kind of like to with my normal bronzer, but I might kind of gravitate towards it because it's a smaller packaging. It might be useful for travel when I'm not kind of wanting to go full deep dark brown on my cheeks and kind of chisel my cheekbones. But if I layered and kept going with it, maybe I could get more of a darker tone kind of look to it. But again, simple ass packaging, so kind of like effortless, regal, gorgeous, and I might jump back into this. I don't find anything wrong with it. It's not like, it didn't powder poorly. It applied beautifully on my skin, so affordable. Again, crazy how good Canmake can be. With the blush, I think I found my favourite blush. This is genuinely hands down like the best blush that I've come across so far in my blush kind of journey. I may come across better ones. I might find better ones along my YouTube journey, along my makeup journey, but to be honest, this has probably got to be one of my favourite blushes I will ever experience. It is not super glittery. I still can go back in and feel like it's like matted enough that it's got some kind of like sparkle to it, but it's not like so crazy. And if I applied it a bit better, then I would be really happy with it. A little bit better, it's just application, first time applying, not really knowing how to apply it. But definitely if you're using this, just use a small kind of like flat brush and just kind of work your way around it and then like apply it. I'm definitely going to be using this much more in my daily routine with my other products that I normally use, which is awesome. And lastly, the only one that I probably won't be using because I don't really like rouge lip balms is the Canmake Stay On Balm Rouge. Lovely colour, lovely, but just not for me because I just don't like a buttery oily finish on my lips because I prefer like a matted look, so like I can know that I'm not really wearing much. So I probably will, after this video, unfortunately take this off and switch it with my normal one, which is more of a matted kind of lip rougey colour. So that is my opinion on Canmake stuff. If you've enjoyed this, then don't forget to give it a like. If you are excited for my other Japan videos, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, don't forget to like this video. And if you do enjoy the channel and you like what you've just seen, then hit that red subscribe button down below. And oh yeah, don't forget to tap my notification bell when I make new videos because I make them ever so often. And I guess all I've got left to say is a happy Canmake makeup over and out. Sayonara!